Wendy, how are you doing? I see you still have your lashes on from last night.
Yeah, I found a new lash and technique to put them on that is a lot easier.
Okay.
And they last for a few days.
You should teach me. Even if you sleep on your face like I do?
Yeah, like this. Well, I sleep on my side and a lot of times kind of on my face. And that eye sometimes, it's usually on my right. Like I had one of the pieces fall out this morning, but I just glued. But everything else stayed.
Oh, interesting.
So they're individual and you put them on under instead of over.
Oh my.
So they're actually glued to your lashes, not your skin, so they stay longer.
Oh my.
And they're a lot more comfortable, I think, than the ones that are like stuck to your eyelash or your lid. Then you don't have oils and stuff.
I'm afraid I don't even have enough to glue it to.
Yeah, you do. I don't know. I think you do. You're good. I can make it work.
All right. I got a crazy face.
These
like an old shoe. Lashes would help.
We'll have to do a spa day, and I'll teach you how to do your lashes. It's really easy.
Okay. I need that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The trick is just really having the right tweezers, I've found. But.
Oh, okay. I just picture myself like all my fingers glued together, and like, or my eyes glued together.
Yeah, I mean,
shut.
Been there. If you get a little too much glue, you can glue your eyes.
I have never had success with lashes, but I literally bought some the other day.
Yeah.
For the gig last night, but neglected to buy any glue to put them on. So they are very pretty in their package.
Yes.
Not as long or dramatic as the ones that you can pull off.
Yeah.
As can my niece, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Give her some 2-3 inch long ones and she's good to go.
Hers are intense, yeah. These are very long, longer than I've ever worn probably before, but I thought, hey.
Yeah, they're great.
On stage.
They are great.
Now I can scan. Now you wake up and you're like, I'm already ready.
I love it. See, I need that.
Yeah.
And eyebrows. We'll talk about eyebrows another time.
Oh my gosh.
This morning I got waited on by a lovely little guy at 7 Brew.
Shout out 7 Brew.
7 Brew.
Future sponsors.
Pretty much current sponsors, but we're volunteers.
Yeah.
We're not getting paid to endorse 7 Brew, but we're very willing. 7 Brew, if you're listening, and they always ask what you're up to.
Yeah.
So it is fun every week to tell them I'm going off to podcast and we talk about you.
Yeah. Every single day.
Every single day. Yeah. So I got you that chai. I got you iced and you didn't say.
Yes. That.
Okay.
I didn't specify, but yeah. Either would have been fine, but I did want iced. I just didn't.
I feel like I had a sixth sense about that.
Yes.
Okay. I got my blondie, but I got an extra shot because I need an extra shot this morning.
I almost was like, I want the one that has 7 shots of espresso in it. But...
I wondered because you guys headed off to have pizza and drinks.
Yeah.
After were you up pretty late or?
We went to bed at like around midnight. I think.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like super late.
I did too, actually.
So, I mean, that is late when you, and then I got up at 7, so.
Yep. Yeah. I hit the snooze. I wasn't having it. I sound like I'm not having it. I'm in a fine mood.
Right. Well, listeners, this is what you get when you tune into Rockstars.
That's right.
They might have had a gig the night before.
Yes. Please don't unfollow us. Someday when we hit the big time, you can say you knew us when.
Yeah, on our VH1 Behind the Music. They'll interview you. So, I got a chai latte, which I don't think I've got before.
I think you have.
Did I get it once before? Okay. Well, I like it. It's very yummy. It's Christmassy because it's got the cinnamon, the clove.
Yes.
And it's lovely, so thank you for picking that up.
You're very welcome anytime. I got a new car, so it's nice to drive here with my heated seats.
Isn't that so nice?
Yes. If we have any listeners in like Florida or Texas, someplace that it's hot, I hate you. But just right now.
Yeah. It hasn't even been that cold yet, really.
Actually, no. I think we're in for an okay winter. And, in our state of Iowa, we get summer and winter and then summer again
Right.
in the same week, sometimes in the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I've
that
used
hold
my-
my beer thing.
Used my air conditioning and heater in the same day. That's how you know you live in
That
Iowa.
is legit. I just open up my patio door and just all the windows and barely turn it on at all. It's not bad. So this week we did true crime movies.
Yes.
And I have a epiphany, realization / confession, because Serial Mom was the movie that I picked.
Yeah.
And it starts out with a disclaimer saying it's a true story.
Yeah.
And since it came out, I thought it was a true story. Now, I should have realized this, and I actually don't have a 25 words or less. This is just my confession. And this is that I believed naively that it was real, and it's not.
Yeah.
So part of that I should have known is that there are so few female serial killers that have existed. It's just not normal. And B, no serial killer changes up their method with every single kill like she did. She was very creative.
Yes.
In fact, instead of going for a knife, she goes for the big leg of lamb. Serial Killer is not a true crime movie.
Yeah.
However, fun fact, or really just kind of, it's super interesting because in a way, John Waters really predicted the true crime fascination. And I read, of course, you don't remember back to these times and when the movie came out, but it was just before the OJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I thought that was very interesting and how it parallels and mirrors like how we were with OJ and that whole trial. Like you see Ricky Lake outside the courtroom selling t-shirts.
Yeah.
And Suzanne Summers, rest in peace, is there to play Beverly Sutphin. In the made-for-TV Lifetime movie. I'm sure it'll be,
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
I
was wondering, I didn't look it up, but I was wondering like if it was before or after the OJ trial.
It was just before.
Because that really is kind of the beginning of the, where we're at today with true crime, and like every other podcast is a true crime podcast. We have all these documentaries on serial killers and cult leaders and all that kind of stuff. And I'm as guilty as the next person of enjoying that stuff. Like I've always been a little macabre.
Everything seems to kind of go in cycles though, with what we're entertained by. Do you remember all those like plastic surgery shows?
Yes.
And I think, like reality TV being spawned by, strikes. I couldn't think of the word. You didn't see me, but I was miming holding a sign. And not only just holding it, but I was up and downing it. It was pretty great.
You were marching.
I was marching, without actually moving. I'm a great mime. Okay, so the movie was released in April, and Nicole Brown Simpson was murdered. I put in parentheses by OJ in June. So this is right there. But I don't think people ran out to see this movie.
No.
If you were a John Waters fan, yes, or even a Kathleen Turner fan. And then like Matthew Lillard. This was pre-Scream, I think, and maybe his first role as the brother.
Yeah, I don't know.
Inconsequential character, but I was like, oh, that's that one guy.
Yeah.
And Ricky Lake.
Yeah, love.
This is our second Ricky Lake movie, and you just don't hear about Miss Lake anymore.
No, but she's great in everything that she's in. I really enjoy her.
Definitely.
I was kind of obsessed with this movie when I was a kid. And I swear I never knew it
still
was a
am.
John Waters movie until now. But why would I know that when I was a kid? But loved it.
Yeah.
But Kathleen Turner, this is random. I saw a video of her on TikTok saying, I'm one of the only few women that can sing Old Man River.
Oh, okay.
And wasn't that the song that you sang it like?
No,
No.
that's Deep River. My home is over Jordan. It's such an inappropriate song for me as a dumb white girl to sing. Not cool at all. But they let me do that in high school. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about, you just don't know.
Yeah,
Until you know.
until you know.
Yeah. Many apologies for that.
Now it's your recorded apology anyway.
She has the deepest voice.
Yeah.
I am not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm Kathleen Turner.
Right. She plays Chandler Bing's dad
Oh,
in
yeah.
Friends as
I forgot that.
transgendered woman.
Oh, God.
And
Wow.
yeah.
She embraces
was
it.
good. Yeah, she's great.
Her
voice is great for it because she, naturally has that low voice.
Kind of raspy,
Yeah.
kind of sultry, but yeah. I don't know if you remember Brenda Vaccaro. She was a celebrity that you saw a lot of in the 70s, and she had a very weird voice, and she sold tampons. Hi, I'm Brenda Vaccaro. Very, very distinct, and you can't not know that's her when you hear her voice.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Kathleen Turner.
Yeah.
She is an icon, and she was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere back then. Early 90s. Sure. And late 80s.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna make you watch the movie that I told you about, The Lost City.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm bringing this up is because we are gonna contrast it to Romancing the Stone with Kathleen Turner and Michael Douglas.
Okay.
So it's pretty much the same movie, but the new one is way funnier.
Yeah.
I was laughing out loud. So plug for that movie. I would never have picked it except I was bored and working in front of the TV. I put something on to distract me from mundane work. Don't tell my boss, but everybody does it.
Oh, absolutely. It's no different than listening to music or something, in my opinion.
Man, yeah, you gotta have something. Anyway, yeah.
Yes, fantastic movie, and the whole true crime celebrity is so funny, that he predicted that right away.
Right.
And then now we have so much about that, and
there was always think about Manson and all the women and even Bundy.
Dahmer.
Not Dahmer, but I'm thinking all the women that would hang out in the courtroom.
Oh, right.
And swoon and he's so cute. Well, he wouldn't murder me.
Yeah.
He would love me.
Brothers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They were both very cute.
Yeah. I mean, if you're good looking or whatever, even OJ, there were people who still stick up for OJ. Okay, guys. Anyway, don't come at me, bro.
OJ is fine. He does not worry that we're talking about him on Flickin' Beats.
No, come on. He's a follower. I'm sure of it. He's heard of us.
Shout out OJ.
Yeah. Hashtag OJ. If I did it.
Do you think he has one of the new Broncos?
Wow. That's not even a real celebrity kind of car. I would think an Escalade at the very least if you're going for,
Were Escalade's a thing yet?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I feel like they're a newer car, but maybe not.
Huh.
They definitely had them in the early 2000s.
Fair. Escalade.
Early aughts.
Or the, what's the one, John Travolta, the Cadillac of minivans in Get Shorty.
What is the Cadillac of minivans?
I can't remember.
Is it I drive a minivan. It's not the Cadillac, though.
It's not the Cadillac.
It's the economy version.
Nice.
Rustic.
Caravan? It is a caravan.
It is a caravan.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
I love it. It's my favorite car I've ever had, I have to say.
Really?
Yeah, it's
nice.
so comfy and so functional.
Nice. So far, I'm liking my new car, but and it is comfy and oddly roomy for as tiny as it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that. Cars, Caravan. I would have never guessed. We used to have those for work because they could accommodate several people in the back. So yeah.
I don't have people back there very often because we don't have kids, but when we do have to, have more people, it's nice. But you can fold the seats down, and then it's just like a big storage unit.
Or band equipment.
Yeah, band equipment, camping stuff. And we actually sleep in the back of it when we camp instead of having to put up a tent.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's nice that it's that big that you can stretch out. Mm-hmm. Oh, I want to do a shout out to your cousin Frisbee Jenkins because I love her act.
Oh, yeah.
Where she quotes from Serial Mom, and it's some of the best parts. But overall, you got to see this movie if you haven't. Even if you're not a John Waters fan, I promise nobody is eating poop. And it gets gory.
It does.
In ridiculous ways.
Yeah.
Let's say.
It's campy. For sure. It's not, it is gory, I guess. I like when she comes back from the bathroom.
Yeah.
She's got a little bit on her white sneaker.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, is that poo on your shoe?
It's gore. It's gore. When would you ever call something gore? You could say it's blood. It's, it was actually some liver or something.
Probably. Some kind of organ.
It was a little flopsy. And apparently, when she's bashing the neighbor lady with the leg of lamb and to the song Tomorrow from Annie, that was the most expensive part of the whole movie, was getting permission to use that song.
Really?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
I love that. I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
Wasn't her dog licking her toes at that point?
Oh, yeah. I actually wrote in my notes, licking her toes, her dog licking her toes, she deserves to get murdered. And I agree. That's one of the, it
was very gross. She was enjoying it a little too much.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, they had a routine down. It was watch Annie get your toes licked. I wonder if she put a little peanut butter on him, or
definitely
rubbed her feet on that leg of lamb. Oh my God, you are right. Deserves to get murdered. Come on. Oh my God. Well, okay. If we are done with Serial Mom, I really want to hear your take on the second movie. Okay. The Wolf of Wall Street.
I have so much to say, but it's
so different.
So different. So I'll do my 25 words and then
Sweet.
Voyeuristic biography depicting the debauchery and decadence of 1980s Wall Street. Highlights what you secretly wish to do and then exactly why you shouldn't.
Oh, good one.
So, if little background, it's about it's a true story based on a book that Jordan Belfort wrote, and he is Leonardo DiCaprio's
he
character.
Wrote the story himself.
Yeah, he wrote a biography called Wolf of Wall Street, and they bought the rights and to make this movie. And
I'd like to read that.
Yeah,
it would give me less motion sickness than the movie.
Fair enough.
Go on.
So he's a stockbroker. He and then kind of does all this sketchy stuff to become really successful on Wall Street. But it's mostly about how crazy and out of control everything got. But what is true is most of the stuff in them is true.
Wow.
Jordan Belfort says that everything he wrote in the book is true.
Wow.
And he definitely is, a big character and known for kind of exaggerating. However, he's gotten in so much legal trouble that there's a lot of legal documentation of what is and isn't true.
Okay, yeah.
So I put together a list of what is and isn't true.
Okay.
So basically, this is a quote from the FBI guy.
Oh.
He said, "I tracked this guy for 10 years and everything he wrote is true."
Huh.
So that's what he says. And these things are true. Crashing his helicopter while wasted.
Oh, yeah.
He really did crash a car. That scene where he takes too many Quaaludes and drove his Lamborghini.
That was nuts.
Yeah, there's lots of craziness about that scene. First of all,
It was so good.
So good. His acting
was amazing.
yeah. He has to crawl out there and he opens thinking he can drive when he can't even open the door is so ridiculous.
I was so impressed with his acting in that scene. I've never seen anyone. Plus, just the physicality of basically crawling along makes you wonder, like, how long of a day that was.
Yeah.
Wow.
How long did that take to shoot? Probably a while.
Wow.
And he has a Lamborghini hold on. He has a Lamborghini that he drives in the movie. Everything is true except the Lamborghini was a Mercedes in real life. But the Lamborghini that he drives, he really drove it. And Scorsese, the director, wanted it to be real. So they actually drove that Lamborghini and crashed it.
Oh, wow.
And it's a $700,000 Lamborghini.
Wow.
And I guess
I wonder if that was more of an expense than Tomorrow song.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, go on.
Do you think Annie is more expensive than a Lamborghini? I don't know.
I
know.
And I
believe Jordan had that Lamborghini, but it was not the one that crashed. Or it was not in real life.
Well,
Jordan,
it was already crashed for
Jordan,
the movies.
Yeah, he crashed a Mercedes in real life. So that part was a little bit wrong, but I think it's so funny that that's the thing that's wrong. He did have to get rescued by the Italian Navy for forcing his captain to navigate those tough, rough waters.
Oh, Jesus.
So that really happened.
Wow.
I could list a lot more, but things that are not true is a shorter list. So, like I said, the Lamborghini was actually a Mercedes in real life. Jonah Hill's character in the movie, Donnie Azoff, is his real name, so they changed his name.
Okay.
Or his real name is Donnie Perush. Excuse me. He's Donnie Azoff in the movie.
Can I ask a question about him, his character? You know what I'm going to ask. Why the teeth? Why the teeth?
I don't know. I didn't look up pictures of him, what he really looked like. So
one thing I can think about that character and how he wanted to be more wealthy is to do the dentistry.
Yeah,
because they commented on how white they are and huge. Yeah. I mean, this happened to the blonde girl, and she got her teeth capped, and then it was just everyone making fun of her, calling her a horse.
Hilary Duff.
You knew it.
I did.
You knew who I was talking about.
Yeah, because she does have it was very noticeable.
Sorry, Hillary. We've talked about that before. Actors that cap their teeth and whether or not we would do it.
Yeah.
I'd want to see some real, what would I look like after potential after photos first.
You could get a flapper. You know what those are? That's what Lagent girl. I think that's what they
Don't say that. Maybe I already have a flapper. Tell me what it is.
I'm sorry if that's not the right word, but I think it is. It's fake teeth that you pop on over your real teeth, and they look like caps. Little pageant girls wear them.
Yes. Okay. So there's a name for that. All right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Little teeth. I have seen that, and they look so weird.
Yeah. It's bizarre, but
yeah.
That would be a way for you to see what look like.
God, get me some. They probably only come in size John Bonet.
John Bonet and Honey Boo.
Oh God, Honey Boo Boo, where is she now? I didn't watch that show.
I did. I actually did see some of that show.
You couldn't not.
Yeah.
You couldn't miss it. It was yeah.
I saw actually that her sister died.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, she was sick.
Well, that's very sad, Wendy.
Sorry.
I was gonna say though, you couldn't help but see that stuff because it was pre-streaming, and you would just flip, looking for something to watch, similar to scroll, looking for something to watch. Not picking anything and having spent an hour on it. Yeah. Time to go.
That's what we've evolved to. And then it evolved into TikTok. So
you had more stuff that wasn't true?
Just a couple. Yeah.
Doodly-doo.
So Perush has disputed some of the things. The throwing of the little people on the target. He says that did not happen.
I'm glad. Thanks.
Yeah.
That
However,
sucked.
they did hire little people for their parties.
Oh, God.
But he says that there was never an activity where they threw them on a target.
I bet there was some other kind of hazing.
Yeah.
Because you could probably kill somebody throwing them at a target. My God, hence the helmet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. And also he says there was not a chimpanzee in the office.
Good God.
Those are the only thing. Well, and the fact that nobody ever called Belfort Wolf of Wall Street. He made that name up for himself.
Good for him.
But
it's a good one.
yeah, but Perush, he did marry his first cousin.
Ha, weird.
So yeah, it's a very interesting story. It's a long movie.
Yeah.
But you don't feel too, for being like 3 hours long, it didn't feel like sluggish. I think they just needed that much time to put all that stuff in.
I felt queasy most of the time. And almost not just because they were so wasted. But yeah, it was just a ride. And I can't imagine that guy living through that whole thing. Hopefully came out on the other side okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's still alive.
Good. That's one point in his favor.
I should have looked. I think he did end up going to jail, but I didn't look to see whether he's still in jail or if he was. I mean, they don't prosecute as harshly for white collar crimes, so I don't know.
No, which is so funny.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. It shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
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 But fucked over a lot of people. He might not have killed one single person, but fucked over a lot of people.
For sure. People lost a lot of money because of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, there's lots of drugs and Quaaludes, which you can't get anymore.
Lemon?
Lemon.
Yeah.
What
drugs I've never heard of.
True.
Well, crack. Let's smoke some crack.
Oh yeah, like
wow.
the first day he meets him, right?
Yeah.
They're like at the diner, which that's not true too.
Okay.
Did I not read? Anyway, they didn't meet in a diner. They met through Belfort's first wife.
Okay.
They rode the bus together.
Cute.
And they did live in the same apartment. Huh. So it was more like a friend of a friend situation, not just coming up and saying, "I'll quit my job."
Yeah. Right.
But
I get it though. You see somebody who has what you want. Hey, what do you do?
Yeah.
Let's show me the way.
I'm kind of mad. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
You should go up to someone and be like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Usually they're just pharmaceutical reps. I'm like, I like your outfit and your little rolly bag. What do you do?
You're like, I'm a pharmaceutical rep. I'm a flight attendant.
Yeah, flight attendant or maybe cosmetologist.
Sure.
They wear a lot of black. I'm attracted to that. So, all right. I'm wearing black right now, like a ninja.
All right. Which of the things on in the Wolf of Wall Street would you want to do the most if there were no consequences?
Oh my God. If there were, you mean if I was guaranteed not to die?
Yeah, you wouldn't die and you wouldn't get in legal trouble or hurt anyone.
Oh, I would want to crash the car all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, with one eye closed. Maybe slumped. Maybe not on the lemons, but, like a smash room.
Sure.
Yeah, like that would be so fun to just plow some mailboxes. And
on like a high.
Okay.
Instead of 10
yeah.
Quaaludes.
Yeah, and I would do, I would break through a big pane of glass and some fruit cart. Yeah, for sure. Definitely crash in the car. But only if I didn't die.
Yeah.
And didn't get smacked with an airbag. Ay. Yeah. I don't need my nose broken. Like I said earlier, I already wake up looking like an old shoe. So. The left one. Oh, Gus. He's looking at me like, what? I want to hear another human fart out of Gus. So great.
He has very human farts.
I heard it and smelled it.
Oof, I know. Poor thing.
But really, it was Wendy. I would recommend this movie. I think it was so good. Mm-hmm. And the acting is so good. The drug scenes, definitely, like you said, they will scare you straight.
Yeah.
I think.
You've seen What's in Gilbert, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he's so good in that, too.
He is. But a little bit of Arnie came out.
Oh, yeah. When you're wasted, of course.
A few times, especially when he's trying to, they're both in the kitchen and are on the Quaaludes, and he's trying to tell him to hang up the phone.
Oh, yeah.
But he can't. He's so messed up, he can't even talk. He looked. I was like, oh, there's Arnie.
Yeah.
His facial expressions.
Gosh, what a good actor.
He really is.
Yeah. I honestly, and I can't imagine. I'd like to see someone else try. It was a very good performance.
Yeah, it really was.
You've seen, people in other things pretending or, acting drunk or whatever, and they don't even come close to this level. I wonder if he really was.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think he was probably on that many Quaaludes.
Good
But
God.
was he maybe hitting the sauce? I don't know.
I don't know.
It wouldn't hurt.
No.
As long as if you're just a little drunk.
Or method acting. Maybe he did all that in preparation.
Right. He's like, I need to know what it actually feels like.
Yes. Find me some of those discontinued, expired Quaaludes.
I think there's any of those still like circulating.
Yeah, probably.
That's wild.
Yeah, who knows?
At that point, they had already already outlowed him, right?
I think that.
I think they mentioned that in the movie, so it's like now.
And they were expired,
almost 40 years later.
So they didn't realize that it was a delayed, and that's why he ended up taking the whole bottle.
Yeah.
There's no way he would have lived. No, you are on the floor vomiting and dying.
You must have some kind of constitution for drugs by that point.
I would say so. Definitely a tolerance to it all. Good movie.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
Thank you.
Picked a good one. Yeah.
Right, so next week's movies, we are going to do movies about being in the army. You know what I'm picking. What do you think?
In the army?
Because
it said being in the army?
Private Benjamin.
Okay.
Yeah! Goldie Hawn. Have you?
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Iconic.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. And yours?
My pick is Major Payne.
Oh, yes! I love it. All right, I cannot wait. Private Benjamin and Major Payne.
Benjamin.
So join us next week for some movies about being in the army. But yes, but not really.
Right.
I mean, it's practically Police Academy Day, but I am looking forward to it. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We flicked some beans.
Yeah, we sure did.
All right.
Flicked some beans.
Have a happy day.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Party all night long.